Hello guys, and welcome to a brand new video from me, which is a Xenoverse video, as you can probably tell. And in this video I'm gonna give you my top 10 worst ultimate attacks in the game. Now these aren't the ultimate attacks of the custom characters in the game, these are just every ultimate attack in the game, whether they can be used by custom characters or not, and which ones I think are the worst. And this is the top 10 worst that I've created, and I'll start off from 10 and then go 9, 8, 7 down to my number 1 worst attack in the game. And also, just quickly, this is not including any DLC ultimate attacks. I don't think any of them would actually make it on the list anyway. So to kick off the list, at number 10 we have Body Change by Captain Ginyu. Now this is just a quick mention and it's number 10 just because this can't be used in some parallel quests and some missions. And also I don't like it that much because it's kind of hard to pull off, because it takes a few seconds for him to shoot the beam out, so it's quite difficult, especially when you're playing anyone with a bit of intelligence, to actually hit them, because they can just move out of the way. But if it does land, it is quite a good attack. So that's why it's number 10 and not any higher on the list. At number 9 we have Unrelenting Barrage or Barrage from Kid Gohan. I don't know if anyone else uses that, I know Kid Gohan does. Again, this isn't that bad in my opinion as an attack. It's just I'm making a top 10, so I can't have empty spaces, for example, so I have to put some in there. So yeah, I put this attack because it's just kind of boring. From what I've seen, it's quite a weak attack as well. It's nothing too special in my opinion, so that's why it's at number 9. At number 8 we have Hellzone Grenade from Piccolo. And this is number 8 just because it takes so long to do. It's probably one of the longest attacks to pull off, besides Spirit Bomb maybe. Can't think of anything else really. So yeah, so Hellzone Grenade. It's just, I feel it could have been so much better than it actually is in the game. Like I said, it takes ages to pull off. It's really annoying if it happens to you, if someone Hellzone Grenades you in the game, because it makes you freeze, and for some reason your character's just looking around like an idiot and doesn't just move out of the way. And also it's really easy to block and evade if you know what to do. For example, if you use an evasive skill, or even teleport at the right time, you just dodge every single blast. So it's kind of a bad attack in my opinion. At number 7 we have Scatter Kamehameha by Krillin. Now this is kind of similar to Hellzone Grenade. I don't like Scatter Kamehameha because it's kind of hard to pull off. Like with Hellzone Grenade, it's quite easy to dodge, but with this one's a bit different. And it's worse in my opinion because you don't even have to try and dodge it at times, you'll just not get hit by it. So if you're using the attack, it's really frustrating because you'll fire it and then the blasts come down from the sky and half of them miss most of the time. So that makes the attack really weak and kind of annoying to do and kind of pointless as well. And at number 6 we have Spirit Ball by Yamcha. And this is kind of similar as well as Scatter Kamehameha, so I'll make this quick. It's really easy to dodge and hard to pull off, and you don't get much benefit when it does happen. You do hit someone with it, it does come off. It's kind of weak, so when you do hit someone with it, you just hit them a few times and that's it. Doesn't look too interesting, and yeah, there isn't much to the attack. At number 5 we have The Saviour's Come. This would be a lot higher on the list, except for the fact that it's kind of a gag attack and I recognise that, but it's still a really bad attack, even if it is supposed to be funny, because it's pointless. It's absolutely pointless. It's funny, obviously, it's Hercule, ha ha ha, it's funny, but what does it do? It doesn't do anything. He just goes, the saviour has come, and that's it. Yeah, it doesn't hurt the opponents at all, so that's why it's on the list. But it isn't higher on the list because I understand that it's a gag attack and it's supposed to be funny. At number 4 we have Neo Tri-Beam by TN. This would also be higher on the list, but I think it does actually look kind of cool. The reason it's number 4 and the reason it's on this list is because this is another attack that's difficult to pull off. You have to be above the opponent really. Not all the time, but it's easier to pull off above. And on some stages you might blast, like for example, if you're on the lookout, you might blast the opponent off the roof, off the top, and then they'll fall down, and then you can't hit them again because they've fallen down. So what's the point in the attack? It's kind of pointless again. It has to be timed perfectly and in the perfect position to be an effective attack, and that's why it's number 4. At number 3 we have Self-Destruct by the Cyberman. This isn't that bad an attack again, but it's number 3 because because it's the Cybermen. They're really weak, especially in Xenoverse. So the attack is really weak itself, and it pretty much kills you. So there's not much point in having the attack on the character because it doesn't do too much. I understand there couldn't be another ultimate attack for the Cybermen, but it's still a weak ass move, and yeah, that's why it's number 3. So down to the final 2. At number 2 we have the full power energy blast volley used by many characters in the game. That's kind of my reason, but I'll get onto that. Some of the characters that use it are Vegeta, Goku, Goten, Adult Gohan. There's many others. Beerus uses it, Frieza uses it. There's many others, and that's kind of why I don't like it that much, because it's not even that good an attack. Most of the blasts don't even hit, and they're not strong anyway. It's a really weak attack. It doesn't look interesting, it looks kind of boring. It takes quite a while to do really compared to some of the other attacks in the game, and I can't understand why so many other characters have it in the game. For example, Frieza has it. I'm pretty sure Frieza at 100% full power has it, along with Death Ball in the game. Why does Frieza have that? Why can't he have, for example, Supernova or something along those lines? What about that blast where he held his hands up in the sky, similar to Death Ball, where the blast grew like 10 times every couple of seconds? That was a really cool attack. There's plenty of others you could give. Even the you will die by my hand attack that was the last attack he did towards Goku on Namek before he got blasted back by Goku. That would be a much better attack in my opinion, and I don't want to say it's lazy by the developers, but it kind of is. There's a lot of characters in the game really shouldn't have this attack. I wouldn't mind if some people did. It wouldn't be as high on the list otherwise, but that's why it is. So at number 1, drumroll please, we have Heat Dome Attack by Future Trunks. And Trunks uses this in many forms. Future Trunks uses it. I don't know if GT Trunks uses it, but I wasn't going to use DLC, so it doesn't matter about that. Time Control Trunks uses it as well, and you can probably understand why it's number 1. It's got to be possibly the hardest attack to pull off in the game, and even though I know it's from the series and I like the attack from the series, it's the attack that Trunks used to kill Cell in his own future timeline. And I can understand obviously why that is Trunks' ultimate attack, because it is in all the other games as well. But the way it's used in this game, I can understand why, because the developers said that they wanted everything in the game to be real time and no cutscenes for the attacks or anything. But this attack is just so difficult to pull off. Unless the people that you're fighting don't have any stamina, then it is difficult to pull off. I don't really need to go into any more detail than that. It's beam straight up, and if they're not above you, then you don't hit them. That's it. So that's my top 10 list. Comment down below with some attacks that you think I missed out, or some attacks that you really don't like and why. And that's it from me, and I'll see you all again next time. Thanks for watching, see you later, goodbye.